Shonda, you're muted in case you didn't know. Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
Can everybody hear me?
Okay, sorry, I hadn't clicked the okay to record button.
Oh, no worries. No
Good morning,
worries.
how are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to, I'm going to start with a little bit of like briefing on how all this even started. And I'll give a little bit about a background about who I am and my experience. And, you know, some of you, I think I've had a couple conversations with you, Shonda, but I'm not sure who knows me, who doesn't, and how long I've been at Edge and how long I haven't been at Edge. But I'll just put it all here in one little thing. So when I left Nexa in May of 2022, Edge wasn't licensed in Maryland yet, and I really wanted to join Edge, so I had to go somewhere else before I came to Edge. And then once we thought, or Edge thought, that Maryland was right around the corner, I just couldn't take the pricing where I went anymore. And I was giving all of my loans away. I had to come back to Edge. And Edge didn't get licensed until like January or February of the following year. Licensed in Maryland. My sphere of influence is in Maryland, but I live in Florida. It was a very trying Christmas, to say the least, because I left that company in September, left Nexa in May, went to another company, left them in September, came to Edge, and from September all the way through Christmas, I'm giving my Maryland. It was horrible. So I had to leave. And then once I set up shop at somewhere else, no names to be mentioned, and what weren't even important companies, to be honest. Once I set up shop somewhere else, I had to close out those pipelines before I could come back to Edge after they were licensed in Maryland. So I've been hopping around, you know, trying to get to Edge with Maryland and Florida all in my game. So hi, John. That's just, you know, I've been at Edge ever since. So my background is 35 years of combined mortgage and real estate experience. I started out in high school as that annoying chick that would call your parents at dinner and ask them if they wanted to refinance the telemarketing department. And I was, you know, great. I wrote the script for the department of this little mom and pop mortgage broker in Maryland. And it took off ever since. Then in 2001, I got my real estate license. And then I put all mortgage on hold. I'm like, oh, this is more fun. You know, I'm in my 20s. I'm making a lot more money. And I took off and was like top 10 in the region. I had beautiful marketing materials, and just outside of the box for the mortgage company since high school, I had been creating marketing materials and marketing plans for the mortgage company. So it's literally something I've been doing my whole life, the marketing side, my entire life. Sometimes I would originate for that mortgage broker, but most of my job was creating marketing materials for the branch manager so he could dissipate among the loan officers and they could go out into the field and get a whole bunch of business. Now, back then, realtors weren't really leaning on mortgage brokers. They weren't really using them. We still had like a dirty name because there was no regulation on what we could charge on points or origination. And so when I got into real estate, all of my loans went to a lender, not a broker. So I kind of went away from the broker side. And then after the market crashed, I came back in doing both. I got past the test, you know, got my NMLS. At one point, I had a mortgage company that would allow me to do both real estate and mortgages. So I was doing both. And then I left there and went to a mortgage company that wouldn't let me do both. And I flip-flop back and forth. Meanwhile, all I'm learning is everybody's processes, all of their, you know, unique competitive advantage in the marketplace. I'm really kind of sponging it while I'm skipping around town of different mortgage companies and different real estate brokers. And I'm kind of just, it's all coming in, right? I know the problem with a mortgage B mortgage, C mortgage. I know why, Edge can beat them in an argument A, B, or C. I know the dialogue to get realtors listings. I know the dialogue to win a listing appointment, a listing agreement over anybody they're competing with. I have trained real estate agents. I trained the entire Century 21 system in the Mid-Atlantic region on my listing presentation. I have all of that dialogue in there. And then I have the buyer presentation side where we can help realtors from the realtor hat. I could help buyers understand why it was important to set the expectations up front and why it's important to them, not me. I mean, obviously, I didn't want to show 15 houses on a Saturday and then not make a decision. So I created the dialogue to make them understand why it's important to them that they see 5 and make a decision. And then why it's important to make a reasonable offer, not lowball 50 grand or, depending on the property, obviously, but so on and so forth. So moving forward, I'm back in the game. I'm a single mom. I have, 3 kids. I'm doing everything that I can, just like you guys out here beating streets, trying to make real world money. And the interest rates keep going up, everyone's on the fence. And I'm like, I'm creating all of these materials in my Canva account. And I'm like, I've been doing this for years. I was using Microsoft Publisher and it was so shady looking, it wasn't anywhere near as pretty. And then when I started using Canva a couple years ago, I'm like, oh, now I'm a Canva. So everything I do is in Canva, literally. Like if I post a picture for my daughter's birth, I did my grandson's first birthday party invitations in Canva. Everything's in Canva. I even created a journal for my daughter who graduated from high school in Canva. Like it's just awesome. So what happened was I'm looking at all of my Canva material and I'm talking to a couple of LOs at Edge and I'm like, it would be really cool if every LO at Edge could just bust out of the cage with, I'm not mentioning any names, but I have worked for a CEO that is just an arrogant person. And I just want all of the Edge LOs to come out of the cage in 2024 with some really good stuff. Now, I have all kinds of stuff. So if you bought the 25 templates and I gave 35 out, you are like, oh my God, what do I do? How do I start? It's a lot, right? But what I wanted to do was create a situation, like a room, a team, a community where we know Edge doesn't have a marketing team, right? And so be it. I mean, if the faster they grow, the marketing team, it would make our pricing ridiculous. We don't want a marketing team at Edge because it would cost us money and out of every deal, even in tech. So when I got into the marketing chat, I'm like, I have all of these tools at my disposal. Now, I knew in the back of my head that I should be using these tools for myself. But at the same time, after being in the industry for as long as I have, I've literally, if somebody said, Seanna, you can't be a loan officer anymore, I would not cry. I would not cry about it. I would not be like, oh, because I'm passionate about helping people, but it doesn't mean I have to be the LO. Like I have the skills, the KSAs, if you will, where these are all of the things that I could do. I could create a mediation room and I could charge a loan officer X dollars to have a conversation with a realtor that stopped using them over some disgruntled transaction. And I could mediate that realtor to come back to that LO. That's one. Number 2, I could create the marketing material for the loan officer two-facing. I have all of the words. I don't need to go hunt. What does, accelerated calls mean? I have everything. I have all the knowledge. I don't need to learn it. It's not some virtual assistant. You have to teach all this stuff too. I could create the marketing materials to go get the buyer. I could create the marketing materials from the loan officer's perspective, outside of the box, to go get a seller to move up. I can show you how to use the tools that you have at your disposal right now to go get the seller, then bring it to a realtor. on a referral. I mean, how many loan officers refer listings, right? I know it seems like it would be like too much work. Why would I do that? I'm not going to get paid on that. But you're going to establish a relationship with that realtor, right? They'll never forget you. Then I have the tools and dialogue at my disposal in my Canva toolbox that can create marketing materials for the realtor to make them the go-to source in their marketplace. Now, then we have the problem. Well, I work with 5 or 10 realtors in Austin, Texas, right? We don't want to create one that we don't do for another. Well, then we can create an agreement and an MSA agreement where the realtor would agree to work with Colin to be their, their partner on the marketing. An MSA, if you don't know, you probably do, but I don't know everybody's experience level, is a marketing services agreement. Now, usually it's at the mortgage broker level and the real estate broker level, but there's no rule that says you can't have that with an agent. Like if John Doe and Colin Jordan want to get on Zillow together and partner up, that's an MSA agreement. John Doe pays 50%, Colin pays 50%, okay? Though that's an MSA agreement. And now Colin has a reason to explain to the other 10 realtors that use him in his market why he's creating these materials with John Doe Realtor and not them. Then he can offer them the MSA agreement as well. And we could just change the color, change the branding, add their logo, Remax, Century 21, whatever. And everything works well. And Colin walks out of that whole experience as the expert in his market. That's how it starts, right? Moving forward, now we have a reason to call a realtor, whether they're working with them or not already, and use the model match, which I'm not familiar with. I try to get it, and I'm like still learning, just like you guys. Call a realtor and be like, "Hi, I'm Colin. I work for Edge. I wanted to introduce myself to you. Now, I can even be on this call with you, okay? Which is what this group is for. My name is Colin. I'm a loan officer on Edge. I'm right here in the local market. I wanted to see if you had some time, maybe later on today. I wanted to show you how I am ready, willing, and able to help you build your business with, being the go-to person in the marketplace. I want to show you the value I bring to the table for working with me." And, the guy says, "Oh, sure, I can meet on Zoom or whatever." Then we'll schedule a meeting. We'll jump on here and I will show them all of the marketing pieces. We have a market update template. We have a magazine you guys can start using right away. I'm going to share my screen and open up my Canva, and we'll just start looking at some if you guys want. Okay. Can you see my screen? Canva? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So I have thousands of pieces in here. What was shared on the Edge group and everything, and in the group chat, was just pieces that are relevant to you guys that I thought that maybe you would want to know, and you could use right now. But there's thousands and thousands and thousands. Like, I've been working on this for so long. But here's a couple of things that we could use right now in your marketplace. Let me see if I can find. Okay, I don't know if you saw this one, but this was cool. I think it's like very aesthetically pleasing to the eyes. But you could create this image, and we could share this to I'll show you all of the options to share this to. It's crazy. You could share on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, TikTok, Facebook story, Facebook group, Tumblr, LinkedIn page. Then you could also download as, there's so many options, a JPEG, a video, a GIF. You can send it to a printer. You can put it on a t-shirt. You can embed it into a website. You can send it to your phone. You can create a Microsoft PowerPoint. You can send it to Slack, send it to MailChimp, like all of these things, right? But for this one example that I'm pulling off just from the top, you could change this to say anything you want. And it could be facing whoever you want. So I know you guys are all muted. Colin, I'm using you because you're the first person I see in my group, in my vision. If you were going to use this thing, this image, who would you want to target? Would you want to target realtors or would you want to target buyers?
Probably realtors.
Okay. So, hey, I'm just going to start typing. Hey, realtor. It's me, Colin, Edge. I just wanted to let you know I'm free. I'm working all weekend, pre-approving, whatever, right? Pre-approving buyers for whatever. And then you can come up with a response that says, I have, awesome. Like this is all marketing psychology, which is what I went to college for. I changed my major over to communications because it was a faster degree end. So, but like most of my bulk courses are in marketing and psychology. So what you want to do here is get into the mind of the realtor before you even finish the graphic and post it. You want to give them plant the seed that I am doing an open house on Saturday at 11. Now you're planting the seed for the agent to invite you to stop by their open house. It's not something they think about all the time. Nobody likes to sit at open houses alone, right? I was a realtor for 25 years. I sat at a lot of open houses alone. But you can change the dialogue of this to say anything you want. You can even make it smaller and have an entire conversation leading an agent on your social media or any realtor group to call you. You could say like, I have just invested in over 30 templates that will generate leads for realtors. Who are you in? Like that kind of thing. And then down here you can say, heck yeah, right on, right? And then post that. And then you can put over here, call me. And this doesn't have to be blue. I'm feminine, so I'm like, going through all that feminine energy stuff. It doesn't have to be blue. You can make it white. It still looks just as good. You can make it, edge. You can make it white, whatever. And you can change all these colors too. So this could be completely branded to you. And then, like, let me see if this is the right one. A realtor, one of my realtor partners saw me do this. And she was like, hey, Shauna, I love that. So check this out. Now this is a new agent. I jumped on a Zoom with her. She has never sold anything in her life, brand new licensing. And she was like, how do I get business with this? I'm like, all right, well, look, let me copy this page and I'll create a new one. And let's add your logo here. We'll say proud partner with over here. I'm put my logo down here, and then we'll make it come from you. This is the agent. Hey, I just want to let you know I'm showing properties in Waldorf this weekend. That's a Maryland city. If you want to stop by, let me know. Girl, I thought you never asked. I've been thinking about selling my home. Hit me up. This plants the seed in her sphere of influence with a co-branded message with Edge for helping her generate business. She is super grateful that she stumbled across this post on my Facebook the other day and asked me how I did it. And now I just gave it to her. That's one example, right? And then let's move forward to any questions so far while I find this other template I'm looking for? You're all muted. I guess that's a no. Let's see. Look at this. This is an ebook. You can ship this you can literally print with Canva. Okay, you can ship this out, you can send it to Staples, you can co-brand it with whoever's logo you want right here. You can make it a co-branded thing for you. You could put your picture here or your agent. You could do this for your agent. Now, remember how I was saying, hey, John, my name is Colin. I wanted to jump on, see if you had 15 minutes. I could show you some marketing materials I just invested in. I want to show you how I can help you build your business and how I'm invested in helping you grow. Agent says, really? Well, you know, I have like 3 other lenders. Well, that's wonderful because I'm with a broker and we have 100. So why not take 100 shots at the same bird? Okay. And, you know, they don't even know the difference between a lender and a broker, guys. They really don't. It's not something that they know. Nobody teaches it to them. The only ones that know are the dinosaurs. So they have no idea you can send a loan to one guy and, you know, ABC lender, retail lender denies them because an underwriter can't unsee a pay stub or something. And then you can take the loan and fix it and close it. They don't know. It's your job to tell them that. So you can create a magazine that has all that realtor facing content with all those what ifs. You can create short 30-second or webinar videos with all of this information on what realtors need to know. If you want to know what they don't know, ask me. I know what they don't know. They don't know what they don't know. I know what they don't know. So this is a cool little thing that this is very pretty. It's elegant. You can make it, you can send it out by email. You can download this to a PDF and attach it to an email. You can say, you know, like a landing page, like kind of like a ClickFunnels, but not a landing page that says, hey, realtors, want a free guide or a sample? And you can like take this girl out and put your face here. Or you can leave her in and put your face here and show them a template, right? And as they go through this, they're like, holy cow, this is beautiful. You can change it to whatever year, right? But on the landing page, you can say, this can be buyer facing, real or realtor facing. And you can realtor face it for your business or realtor face it for the realtor's customer. Any way you want to do it, it's totally customizable. So let's just say option A, it's for you to get realtors. In this book, you are going to come down here and you're going to change these table of contents, and it's going to say, why work with Colin? The difference between a lender and a broker. What our current market is doing, you know, in the whatever. Blah, 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 hot properties, free appraisal. You can do whatever you want to do there. And then you're going to go through, and this book has 42 pages. Let me move this over here. 42 pages in this one book alone. And you can put your realtor's most recent solds. You can put the broker's hot featured listings. You know, you could put stuff like the local, you can even add a page. Like I had a real estate one-stop shop. You probably all have seen that before. You can add a page in here for all of the local businesses, and you can charge the businesses to be in the directory. This could just be a directory of one-stop shopping. Put your realtors, put their bios. There's so many things you could do with it. But that's A. Then B, maybe you want to you want to create a brochure for buyer facing. Then you would create a page for all of the different snafus, how to make sure you don't get denied for a mortgage, the difference between a mortgage broker and a mortgage lender, the process, step 1, step 2, step 3, your application process, why it's important to have all the documents up front, and so on and so on. And then the C, option C for using this one template. You can go on and on and on. C could be, maybe you want to, you know, help the realtor get their clients. Then that's realtor facing. It's for the realtor. You're co-branding it. Your Edge logo and stuff is on here. You're their partner, but it's facing buyers and sellers from the realtor's perspective. So it talks about, you know, how to make an offer, the market statistics, settlement, settlement procedures, whatever. Why it's important to look at 5 houses and not 15 on Saturday. And the number one reason is so they don't forget all the houses run together, by the way. They forget what they even saw. So that is, I mean, I could go on and on and on and share all my templates, but I have thousands of them. And the reason why I created this little Facebook group now is because I didn't realize, I had first said, hey, I have a few templates, y'all want to buy them? I think we should come out of 2024, like, running. I have them. Why not why not use them? And then it just blew up. Like, I saw a huge need for these marketing materials and content. And I'm like, well, I can do both. I can help realtors, I can help loan officers, and I can also, originate loans. So there's no reason for me not to be able to do it. So I said, okay, guys. And then a couple of people that weren't interested was like, can y'all get off this chat? It's kind of blowing up, which I agreed. I couldn't even keep up with it. So I created this group and now we're here. So we could, then there's other people that are like, Seanna, can you create this down payment assistance flyer? Seanna, can you create this, all products flyer for all the products Edge offers? And it got so out of hand. I don't even know what I'm creating anymore. I just want to help you. I can create like a side thing where, we could do like a mastermind and like a subscription thing. And I'll just create things custom just for you. And we'll come up with marketing ideas and I can jump on Zooms with your realtors and it could be like a coach mentor thing. Or we could just do one-offs. Seanna, can you create this DPA flyer? Okay, how's $75 sound? Here's your flyer, and then be done. So it's completely open for what you guys want. Any questions?
For the flyers, do you have like the disclaimer verbiage that goes at the bottom?
Literally, it's at the bottom of the Edge website. On some of the templates that I've used before, I already have it there, but I can just go grab it and add it.
Okay, so it is on the Edge website.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, it's at the very bottom. You just copy, paste, make sure it fits inside the flyer box, make sure it's quirky, send it out.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, that could be something that I create as a little separate disclaimer thing that you guys can resize and just use as a tool. And just so you know, I have a Canva Pro account. So if I create anything in Canva, I can right click and save it and send it to my phone, and it'll automatically be in my uploads in my camera roll. So I can add that thing that I just created to any of the templates, any of them. So it's super easy. I do it real fast. I have no problem helping you guys build your business. That's why I was like, oh my God, everybody needs me. I was like, I was talking to my kids. They're like, Mom, you've lost the part. When you get a new application, you're like, damn it, I gotta work today. You've lost the passion. Just do something that makes you happy. I'm like, all right. So that's where I'm at.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that, because
I'm
lost in Canva. I have a Canva account, but I'm lost in it. It just it overwhelms me.
Don't even have all the cool stuff. So then it's boring. And there's no reason to reinvent the wheel. If I already have the stuff, I'll show you what I've got. When you're done, when we're jump off this meeting, I'll send you another link, Shonda, on the I'll just redo another meeting link. And if you want to jump on, I'll share in more detail those templates. Because I only get like 45 minutes and it's like 3 minutes left of this meeting.
Yeah, no worries.
But if you
want today, I have some appointments today, but definitely, I mean,
I'm gonna try to do my best by doing screen records, but it doesn't give it any justice. There's a lot of templates in there.
Seanna?
Yeah.
Do you happen to have an ebook for those of us that are just kind of getting into social media advertising and that kind of thing. Do you have an ebook like on how to get started and where to post and that kind of thing? I haven't really seen a good one that kind of gives you a step-by-step on what to
Somebody
do.
asked me, like a week and a half ago to create an ebook for that. So I haven't started yet, but I will, because now you're the second person that asked.
Okay, yeah, because that's something, especially, you know, I've been a broker, went to work for a bank for several years, and then now just getting back into brokerage, and we didn't have to do any of this. So now it's like, okay, where do I start, and how do I get back out there?
Well, here's, I'm probably gonna run out of time saying this, but you don't want the corporation to do your marketing. You need your marketing to express who you are, your dog, your kids, your history, your experience, your marketplace. Corporate marketing's never worked for anybody. It's just so bland. For products, yeah, but for who you are, that is your brand, Kelly. And that's what, am I talking to Kelly? Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's what you need to get. You need your realtors to know you, like you, and trust you as being the expert in your field. And corporate flyers aren't going to do it for you.
And I agree. Prior to going into banking, basically my reputation, the rapport that I built, that was my marketing. That's more than anything.
You are your brand, and this group will help you build that brand. I'll help you do it. And I'm not charging anybody unless they want me to do it like one-on and get custom flyers out of it and stuff like that. This is just for y'all. But the templates that I've already created and will create, I'll be, you know, I have to make money. So, but I'll do anything that I can to help you. So that's it. I will post another link for another meeting maybe tomorrow if you guys want to.
Sounds good. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
All right.
And we'll just go
Thank
from
you.
there. Just keep learning, but I will build that ebook.
Great.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, Seanna.
Bye,
Thank-
guys.
Bye.